and welcome back to another Mindful Minis and Chats video. Today I'm going to be sharing my favorite blue polishes with you. So a blue polish is one that honestly I wear pretty often, even though I don't normally consider blue to be one of my favorite colors. My data that I show in my Excel spreadsheets tells me that I actually do wear blue polish very often. I think I definitely gravitate more towards blue in the summer months, so that's why you will see mostly very rich blues. I also think those types of blues are probably the most complementary color to my skin tone, so I definitely gravitate towards those the most. But in the winter, I definitely like a nice navy as well. So without further ado, I feel like we should just get started in going through my favorite blue polishes. The first polish I want to talk about is actually Holo Twice in a Blue Moon. So this might be a bit of a random pick because Holo has a lot of blue polishes, but this I don't feel is one that is widely talked about at all, but I love it. It is described as having a dark blue base with a bright aqua magnetic stripe because I didn't mention, but this polish is magnetic. The magnetic formula from Holo is a little bit controversial in a way because their first time releasing magnetic polishes, the formulas did not seem to be fully investigated or something. They just were not up to the standards that you would normally get with Holo. So a lot of people were disappointed by their first magnetic launch. Ever since then though, they've been working on the magnetic formula, so they've really improved that aspect. In fact, they just released the magnetic taco and people are really liking that so far. So nonetheless, this one, unfortunately, because of the backlash from the magnetic formulas, and this one also being one that was definitely harder to magnetize for a lot of people. Personally, I've not really had too much issue with it. When I do the cat eye effect with this one, it does fade considerably, but honestly, I'm okay with that. I like that dispersed magnetic look, but obviously that's not for everyone. This one also has holographic flakes in it, but it's a bit subtle, so I really like that aspect about it as well. Like I said before, it does have a subtle shift to it, and the magnetic stripe is a little bit more dispersed over time, and the holographic flakes in it are also a little subtle, but I feel like all of these subtleties come together to make a very nice and still nuanced polish. I also want to mention that a big issue with this polish as well was that it stunk to high heavens. I don't remember mine smelling particularly bad the last time I used it, but I'm just gonna give it a sniff test. Yeah, I was gonna say that it doesn't smell particularly bad, and then I got an aftertaste of something, I don't know. But regardless though, people say that it has a very strong sulfury smell, and it's due to the pigments that are used in these types of blues. In my polish, it's not a super strong rotten egg smell. It smells a little bit funky, but it doesn't personally bother me that much, honestly, because polish already smells kind of strong in the first place. So yeah, kind of an interesting polish to start off this video with, but I really like it and I think it's underrated. Overall, a lot of the time, I actually just like wearing it, not even magnetized anyway. So any kind of blue shimmery polish like this, I will die for, as you will see, because I have many more in this video. The next polish I'll pivot to is Polish's Hoax. This is actually a mystery polish, so it doesn't have an official description and it was long sold out. It came out with their Taylor Swift collection for Black Friday, I think 2 years ago, so in 2023, and I'm a huge Swiftie in case I haven't mentioned that on this channel yet. So of course I was intrigued by the Taylor Swift Eras Tour collection by Polish, and I bought a few from that, and that included this mystery polish, which is Hoax, which was a secret song #1. They had a couple, but yeah, like I said, it doesn't have an official description, but if I were to describe it, I would say it is an iridescent microflake that shifts from purple to blue to green, but mostly blue. And yeah, it's just those little particles. Maybe there's holographic in it, I'm not sure. But I just really like how shimmery and shifty it is. It's especially impressive because I'm not usually a fan of large particle shimmers, but for some reason, it just makes this polish look so glowy and I'm obsessed with it. Yeah, guys, I don't know, like a blue to purple to green shift is always gonna get me. I'm a sucker for those. Okay, after this polish, I swear my picks get a lot more nuanced, but this next one is Polish for Days Fantastic. This is actually one of my top polishes in my entire collection just because I love it so much. And fun fact, it is the only polish I have ever bought secondhand because I missed buying it the first time around because this was offered in polish pickup in 2023, and I remember seeing it. I was not consistently purchasing polish pickup at the time this was released, so I saw it and I'm like, wow, that is really pretty, but I'm just gonna skip it. I regretted that decision for years. Eventually I found someone selling it online for a very reasonable price, and I had a coupon and stuff, so I ended up only paying about $5 for the bottle, so definitely a score. But it was so worth it because I love this polish so much. It is described as having a medium teal base with a bright blue shifting shimmer that shifts to purple and has an iridescent shimmer with holographic flakes in it as well. Usually I'm not a huge fan of these more like chunky kind of holographic sparkles. If you kind of see it, I think like KB Shimmer and Polish for Days do it a lot. Usually I'm not like a fan of those, but it works in this polish for some reason. It is one of the glowiest polishes I own, and whenever it's on my nails, I literally cannot stop looking at it. I'm obsessed with this polish, very much so. Next one I want to talk about is another polish for days. It is called Memo to Me. Unfortunately, I believe this one has been discontinued from their site as well. I promise I am going to be talking about polishes that are still available to purchase if you're interested, but all of these happen to be like limited editions that sold out and whatnot. But Memo to Me, technically described as having a teal base as well, with blue, teal, violet shifting shimmer in it, but honestly I don't see the violet in it. It's mostly just blue, teal, and it also has black matte flakes in it as well. I believe this was the first time I ever tried like a flaky polish with black flakes in it, but Polish for Days does them so well. So if you're someone who's really into flakies, I recommend Polish for Days just because I think they do a great job with them. But of course, lots of other brands do as well. I just feel like Polish for Days doesn't get recognized for their beautiful flakies that they put out as often. But yeah, I really like this polish. I think it looks really nice on my skin tone, and it has a lot of depth to it as well because it is in more of a jelly base. So I like doing 3 layers of it, and just looking at the flakies in it, I can do that all day long. I'm obsessed. Speaking of teal flakies, I actually have another one that I want to talk about. This one is by Holo and it's called Wait a Minute. Honestly, this collection, which was their Off the Deep End collection that they released earlier this year, is just absolutely stunning. I'm obsessed with every polish in that collection, but this one is just the icing on the cake for me, especially because the flakes in it, there's like yellow, green, blue, and they just remind me so much of like the deep sea, and it just encapsulates the vibe extremely well. I love this polish. Might be one of my favorite polishes from Holo ever, just because I never expected them to release a polish like this for some reason. I don't know, but that whole Off the Deep End collection kind of gags me, I'm not gonna lie. It's just breathtaking. I'll recommend it. I have like a video reviewing the collection as well, since I did receive that collection in PR. But yeah, just absolutely stunning, and this polish just stands out to me so much, and I always think about this polish. Similar to the last one, I could get lost in this polish for hours. It is breathtaking. This next polish I'm talking about is also not available for purchase anymore. I am so sorry if that is annoying to share in this video, but I am just sharing my favorites, you guys, and a lot of them just happen to be limited edition runs. But nonetheless, it is Divine Lacquer's Wind Spirit. Now, this is a brand that is not super mega popular like some of the other ones I've been talking about in this video so far, but I think they should be because they are so underrated in my opinion, and I will do a full like review and chat video in a couple months or so explaining the polishes I got in this order, but I couldn't not share this polish. And maybe it's cheating, but I actually have not officially like worn this polish as a manicure. I've only swatched it on like one nail, but I fell in love with it from the first coat. I'm not even joking, you guys. This polish just blew my mind, and the description for it is kind of long, so I'm gonna read it straight from my laptop over here. Okay, Wind Spirit has a blue jelly base with a strong green to subtle purple shifting holographic shimmer and beautiful fiery orange shifting flakes. You heard that right, green holographic shimmer. I don't know what that means, but what it looks like is magic. This polish, like the holo, is green. I did not know green holo even existed, but now that I have it in this bottle, like I'm treasuring it forever. I believe Divine Lacquer still has a few polishes that are available on their site that have this green holo shimmer in it, so you could check it out for yourself. But I absolutely love it. This polish is so ethereal and just delicate, and I just am thinking about it all the time as well. I just cannot, especially because the orange flakes in it are very like asymmetrical and flowy and delicate, and then the base is also like so subtle, but it still builds up so nicely in 3 coats. But the green holo like still stands out so beautifully, and this polish is honestly just a marvel. I think they have a very similar polish on their website right now that I think has more of a purple base to it, but still beautiful. And spoiler alert for my Divine Lacquer review, thumbs up, you guys, it's amazing. Okay, now I want to talk about another lighter blue shade. I know there haven't been a lot in this video so far, but like I said, I do gravitate towards those rich colors. But nonetheless, I have next up Holo Taco's Skipping Stones. This polish came out earlier this year, I believe, in their cottagecore collection, and I fell in love with it immediately. It is so soft. It is described as a pale, cool baby blue, and that is exactly how I see it in my mind. It is so soft and just calming, and it has beautiful coverage. I did receive this one in PR as well. I did a video reviewing that whole creme collection if you're interested, but this polish like reserves like a different space in my heart. It's just so like beautiful and elegant and just like top tier creme in my opinion. Speaking of top tier cremes, I actually have 2 that I want to share, but they're kind of very similar, so I want to talk about them at the same time. They are Holo Taco's Royalty Blue and Deco Beauty's Namaste by the Pool. This one, many of you may know, Deco Beauty, they have those beautiful nail art stickers, and I love those as well. But a while ago, they used to actually go by Deco Miami, and they used to sell a lot of nail polishes, and this is one of the ones that I had bought from them many years ago. It is a 6 milliliter bottle, super tiny. They have bigger sizes as well, but I just got this little like sample size, and the color is absolutely beautiful. Both of these are described as rich royal blue shades, but as you can see, they are a little bit different. I would say this one is like leans a little bit more denim blue, if that makes sense, and this one I would say is a true like rich like intense royal blue. So they occupy like similar spaces, but they each have their own like area within those spaces, if it makes sense. Both of these have great formulas that lean on the corelli side a little bit, but are still perfectly beautiful and opaque in 2 coats. The Holo Taco one was actually part of their very first release back in 2019. Then it got discontinued for a while and then reformulated, but it's back and it's permanent now, thankfully. I was so sad to discontinue it because it's absolutely a beautiful color. Lots of brands out there also have dupes for it. It's not a particularly unique color, but it is a beautiful one that I love wearing, especially in the summer. The last polish that I want to share that is a part of my favorite blues is ILNP's Interstellar. This one is described as having a rich navy base that leans teal sometimes, and it has a very intense shimmer that goes from purple to blue to green, and it's loaded with micro holographic flakes as well. It is absolutely beautiful. I love how it changes like in every lighting it's in. It is so shifty. I do like wearing 3 coats of this, but you can also wear just 1 coat over black as well. And it is just gorgeous. I actually wore this when I went to go see the movie Interstellar when it re-released, and it is just stunning. I cannot say enough good things. ILMP excels in this shimmer holographic formula range in my opinion, and this one is no different. It's a pretty popular shade for them, I believe, but it's more of an old school shade as well. So I'm bringing it up because it's my favorite, but also because I think it deserves more recognition, and it is still available for purchase on our website as well. Thank you guys so much for listening to me talk about my favorite blues. I did try to include more polishes to talk about in this video, but they are all still my favorites. I mean, I love blues in general. I know that it is a popular favorite color for a lot of people in the community, so I hope I did you guys justice. Thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to leave below a comment talking about your favorite blues as well, or if you share any of mine. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!